Hello tribe, welcome back to my channel. So I am back. I have taken some time off. Some of you probably noticed. I have read your comments and some people were asking where I'm at. So I've been away. I've been taking some time off. I have posted about this on my community section. And I was meaning to do this reading yesterday. I was on the edge, to be honest, because I thought I needed some extra time. That's why this reading is a day late, but I'm going to be fully back. And I think I'm going to be focusing on YouTube a little bit more than before, as well as videos for patrons. It was just a phase of mine when I needed some time to recuperate. Okay, so pile number 1 is on your left, pile number 3 is on your right, and here are your options. First one is the amethyst. The second one, I always forget the name of it, so someone help me out in the comment section below. Acorn? No, it's not acorn. Please help me. And citrine. If you need some more time, stop the video right here and I'll see you in timestamps. Hey pile number 1 people, so let's see what is up with you all guys, and let me put this aside. Pardon my nails, I did not have time to paint them, okay, so I'll try not to show them as much as I can for you on camera. Okay, so this is gonna be your overall energy. Anyone needs this deck, that's how it's called, the Wild Unknown, and we'll also be reading from the book. This is a new deck for me, kind of fairly. I haven't gotten time to really look into it too much, so what I do, I learn as I go. Okay, so first of all, I'm just gonna tell you what it is that I'm seeing from this card on its own, and then we're gonna read what the author has to say. This is going to be a representation of your next week, of your vibe. What's up, what's happening, what's important. You have the unseen, which is kind of awesome here, because for a lot of you, I want to say, the unknown will be showed to you. So I think for some of you, if you felt like in one aspect specifically in your life, whatever pops up to your mind right now first, whatever you felt like you needed clarity on, or you are not sure how it's going to go or what you're supposed to do, you're going to probably see things about that situation a bit differently. For some of you, I must say, there is a reason why you don't know exactly how it's going to end up being, because it has to be organic, it has to flow naturally. So it's almost like if I knew everything about that situation, I would probably not approach it as I'm approaching it now, and that's how it's supposed to be, and that kind of vibe. And I also want to say, for some of you, you might see someone for who they truly are. This could be a good thing, this could be a bad thing, depending on what's going on and what will be happening, but I'm seeing the veil being lifted for you. But I must say, as I said before, for a couple of you, there is something that you're not supposed to see as clearly, because that's how it's supposed to be. Also, I'm seeing some of you might have a thin veil when it comes to seeing the other world. So seeing with your own eyes something that is not as visible for everyone, maybe a spirit, maybe an energy floating in a room or somewhere, wherever you go. I'd say maybe analyze it and see what it's trying to tell you, why you're seeing this. Okay, it doesn't always have to be like a specific message, but why are you seeing this? How's your energy, right? What does that mean to you? So let's look at the guidebook. The unseen, the spirit, the ancestor. Here you go. The eternal, the unseen is just as it sounds. We cannot see it, yet it sees us, watching and waiting with wisdom, both kind and instructive. We feel this presence, sense it, intuit it, and then doubt its existence, though it rallies our attention time and time again. The energy of the unseen may come in many forms: a compelling dream, a sudden insight, a clear voice, a vision of message from a loved one who has passed to the other side. It is natural to fear these communications as they challenge our perception of what is real. When this card appears, your guides are near. The eternal is present. The doorway between worlds is ajar. Listen. The sounds may seem as though they come from a distant land, but they call from your innermost chambers. One light, right at the bottom. Clairvoyant, guidance, whispers of wisdom. One dark, looming energy, unwillingness to forgive. Something to do with forgiveness here for you as well, I must say, because that stood out to me very much. In order to go deeper, it says King Hamlet, if you want to print screen this and dive a little bit deeper. The three fates, the shining. I want to read this on top over here. It says, guidance comes in many forms. Don't expect it to be glittery or comfortable. The spirit world speaks the truth. Sometimes it soothes, and sometimes it burns. A balance, right? It's all about balance. So let's dive into this a little bit deeper. I really want to see what's that about. For that, I want the Game of Thrones tarot, guys, for you. What else can you tell us about this unseen? You have the Three of Cups. Specifically for some of you, I want to say this is definitely a spirit of someone that you had a great time with. This is giving me a vibe of friendship. It doesn't have to be. It could be your family member whom you consider as a friend, or you had a really good friendship with. This is super specific, so please just filter out messages. Whatever is for you is you, and leave the rest out. You might also receive messages, something to do with, especially if you're about to attend some kind of event or celebration, something might be told you about that, or the friendship of someone in your life right now, okay? You have Death, definitely. See how this is vibing over here with the Unseen card? Someone definitely is protecting you from the other side. It's saying it's okay to see the unseen. This is one of your abilities. And you have the Page of Spears. For some of you, this could be a young spirit, okay? A young presence. You're gonna feel it yourself. You're very intuitive, everyone in this tribe. But overall, it's almost like with this page as well, there's going to be some kind of message passed for you from some type of energy that is coming through here as most important thing. You might be a bit more sensitive, you know, the next week or two when seeing spirits, when sensing people's energies, especially if you do this work. And this would be a great week for you to get answers. But remember, when answers come from the source, the spirit, whoever you're connecting with, it's not, as it said exactly in the book, it doesn't have to be always straightforward. Spirits see, they want us to grow, right? And sometimes if we know exactly what needs to be done next, we don't grow because we do not go through challenges, we don't learn. So that's why Spirit does not give us shortcuts. It's very poetic, the way that they tend to give us messages or advice. So just maybe dive a bit deeper into this, or this is just an energy for the next week or two, who you are, you know, you are becoming much more psychic, much more sensitive, and your work will probably shoot through the roof, to be honest, if you tend to do any kind of psychic work, anything to do with spirituality or even energies here. It's saying use this energy wisely. But I want to say that for some of you might be a little bit maybe too open, so just know when to ground yourself, okay, because it can be a little bit difficult then. It might throw you off balance. All right, let's see, what do you need to know about your work? Work and finances, pile number 1. Work, stability, finances, the next week or two. We have the King of Spears. You're contemplating your passions. I don't know what that means to you, but you're contemplating on your passions, on what kind of lifestyle you want when it comes to work, you know, what you're trying to achieve. Nine of Spears, yeah. What you're trying to achieve, see all of these people here. in one group. They're not fighting, but they're trying to prove a point here. Why do I want to prove this point? What is happening? You know, I'm very passionate, I'm hearing, but at the same time, sometimes it feels like it's very hard for me to be that passionate one. So you making decisions. It's hard. What did I say? 10 of Spears, right? It's almost like you're gonna have a chance to work smarter, not harder. There might be something that comes up in your work or even in your own head where you think of something and you go, why am I doing it this way? Or some kind of task seems to be more difficult than it's supposed to be. Something doesn't go, maybe doesn't flow as easily for you. And you say, let me sit down and let me think about this. Why is it so hard? Is this trying to tell me something? What do I need to make easier for myself? Am I overworked? Am I overburdened? Am I doing someone else's work? This could be the same thing, for example, if you stay-at-home mom, right? Am I doing too much? Am I getting enough help? How can I change this structure? So a lot of things when it comes to your thoughts, how much you're carrying on your shoulders and what you want to do with that. But it's referring to an ending here, ending of a difficult chapter when it comes to stability of yours. You deciding to make your life easier. So something might come up for you the next week, which will trigger that thought for you, okay? Pay attention to it. Pay attention to it. See? This guy is taking notes, but he's not taking notes, but he's reading, right? What is it that gives me balance? In that book, I don't know how well you can see, but there is that temperance, those two cups spilling one into another. So you're seeking for better balance in your work or in your finances. And you're thinking how to do it better, how to improve yourself, and you're seeking for peace. I don't know for who this is, but I'm hearing it's enough. Okay, it's enough. I'm the priestess, I'm the priest. I feel things. Maybe some of you, I must say, for one or two, you're trying to decide if you want to go full-time into some kind of spiritual work, and if you want to end the old way of doing things on an old job, and maybe if you have enough courage to step into a new job. This is not for all of you, definitely. For others of you, you will just sense things before they happen when it comes to your work, okay? So if you're making any financial decisions, or if you're making any money moves here, it's saying listen to your own priestess, okay? You've got this power. The unseen is going to be shown over here. And make decisions based on your intuition, because it's going to be very, very high the next week or two. You'll see the unseen, this is saying, okay? Sorry, the music is lagging, I don't know why. You will see the unseen, and everything is going to be shown to you in work department, whatever you do not have clarity on, or whatever you don't see that you need clarity on just yet, because we're talking about the future, okay? Yeah, the star. Look at this mysterious star card. It seems like she just seen something. She's like, oof. It's saying whatever wish you have on your mind right now that's connected to finances and career, it's saying this can happen, okay? There is something that needs to be done here or finished here, or structure has to be changed in order for you to get to where you want to be. Or if you completed one chapter already, one task, it's saying another one is not too far away to be completed as well, okay? Just be focused and listen to your gut. Work hard, work not hard, okay? That's the main thing for you. When it comes to relationships, let's see what we gotta know here. Relationships. We have the Ace of Spears. Overall, a lot of creativity, a lot of passion for you the next week or two, okay? Saying, let's use those passions where your heart wants it to be used. Ace of Spears. Okay. Two of Cups. There's a renewal of some sorts when it comes to one relationship. Now, it can be platonic, it can be romantic, doesn't matter. But you see a new spark in someone's energy, or someone sees a new spark in you. A renewal of a connection of some sorts. Two of Coins. You're very close with someone here. I'm also seeing someone trying to make up their mind what to do about this. They're like, oof. You know, I feel like this person is quite, whoever this is feels very strong to me. and quite busy. Either you are busy or the other person. Someone is definitely busy here, trying to juggle things, maybe has a choice to make, I don't know. But definitely, look, the renewal with death here of one relationship. Let's see what kind of relationship this is. Damn, I must say, for some of you, there's a new person walking into your life, or you are rewriting an old relationship. So whatever that means to you. But there is definitely one more person here that is walking into your life, because I'm seeing these two as separate energies. I don't feel it, sense it, that is the same thing. Don't be surprised if people offer you something, and not only one, you know, and say, hey, how about we change this? Or suddenly one relationship, friendship, romantic, husband, wife changes. The next week there's that vibe where you're able to change things for what you want them to be. But I do feel intuitively that this is coming from someone else first, and then you have a convo, and that's when you decide what you want to do. Someone's heart has to open over here in order to change things. Someone's heart's a bit closed off. I don't know if this is you or someone else. I split the deck. We have the High Priestess here again. I told you, intuition is gonna be skyrocket in the next week or two. So you don't really need this reading, to be honest, like any other readings. Even if you pull cards for yourself, it's saying trust the gut. Okay, so maybe your gut is asking you, intuition, your higher self is asking you to trust a little bit more what you know of already, without looking for external confirmations or external messages. That's exactly what I'm sensing here. I split the deck again, and we have the same star here. It's saying one thing though, make a wish. What's most important for you right now? Make a wish. Would it be a relationship, department? Would it be work? Because those wishes may very well come true for you. Analyze your intuition, write things down, it's saying, because you're going to be foreseeing things that will be happening, and maybe that's something that you would want to track. Relationship department, a lot of renewal is happening, so it's saying be ready for changes. Okay, I hope this made sense, pile number one, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now. Hey pile number two people, let's see what is up with you. So this is going to be your overall type of vibe, energy, what is happening, the most important thing for the next week or two. First of all, I'm going to give you my own interpretation of this card, and then we're going to be looking at what the author wants to say. Okay, so it's like an intuitive reading from the picture itself as well as the word. Ooh, the Starborn. I love that. Look at the colors, man. I think pile number two, you're probably seeing a lot of signs again, and I'm seeing again because I think it's not that you're looking for them, because you know people who look for signs or they cling to signs too much, that's when they see it until they let it go. You know, it's like they cling to it too much. That's why they see it everywhere, because their subconscious shows them where to look in order to get what they want to see. But here it seems like you probably have been living, as I want to say, peacefully, and then shitloads of signs started appearing again, or messages that come through random people. You know, sometimes when people say spirit talks through people that you know or you don't know, sometimes even strangers, that's what you might look out for the next week or two. You also looking at the sky and wishing upon something here. You need to know, and maybe that's how you're gonna feel the next week or two, that you're unique. Someone might say that to you. Someone might compliment your vibe. A lot to be achieved, very colorful, I want to say kind of creative week for you here. There is something birthing here for you, so I don't know if it's to do with your creative projects or to an actual birth. Would it be you or someone in your family? But something is about to become alive, you know, come to life. So we're gonna see what this is for you, but overall quite a lot of signs. I'm seeing that either you want to look up, or you probably intuitively feel what it means to you, because I think pile number 2 is quite experienced when it comes to these things, and this is not new to you. Number 3 obviously might be important or might mean something to you personally. Let's see. The divine child, the star child, the destined. An elusive yet radiant aspect of the self, the starborn archetype points to the cosmic spark of light that arrives with each being at birth. The moment the newborn crowns, whether vaginally or surgically, the royal stars above are said to constellate in a unique shape that maps our path in the world. The idea of destiny is controversial, yet the starborn naturally feels a sense of destination and purpose, aiming itself toward the future that is beyond the mundane. When this card appears, travel back to your birth story for clues and insight. What did you desire when you were young? Practice seeing your life from a mythic point of view rather than as a series of logistics. Read the story of the 3 fates and envision yourself born under the stars with a unique destiny. So purpose. Sorry, the music is lagging here. Maybe I should put this phone over here. It's gonna be better. Purpose, you know that you're doing, I think for some of you this is like coming back to your purpose. So maybe you took a break, maybe you needed a different time off, or you needed a different structure. It's like you finding your fire again, or maybe in a different department, because when it comes to purpose, it's not only one thing. It's I see it as a toolbox. You do this, then you add another tool, then you do something else. One light, a light, trusting, vibrant, aimed. One dark, feeling of misalignment, loss of longing. And here it says, when this card appears, don't be surprised if you receive a surge of desire for long-lost dream, one you haven't visited since childhood. Let this desire shake you up. This is quite powerful, man. Expect big things the next week or 2. But I'd say if you are new to this whole purpose thing, if you just, what I mean by that, if you just discovered a spark that you want to follow, your passion of some sort, or you found yourself in the right place, it can be even the place where you live, right? It can be a job, it can be your mission, anything really, or relationship. It's saying that's something for you to look at and to analyze. And as it said in this card in description, maybe you'll want to nostalgically visit places where you grew up. Maybe you'll want to look back at your childhood. I'm seeing someone, flipping the album. But there's a reason for that though, because you're discovering something about yourself that you might have missed out on. And you go, whoa, this is so connected. Remember the signs I talked about? This is so connected. There is a reason you're going to be looking things up. There is a reason you're going to be playing that exact song. There is a reason that you're going to want to read that book or meet that specific person. Okay? So since we're talking about people, I want to look at your relationship for the next week or 2. And either this is going to be romantic or platonic. Kind of filter this out. And let's see what's going to come through. How about your relationships, pile number 2? You have the 8 of Cups. This is a very mysterious 8 of Cups, isn't it? Not the usual type, for sure. You have the Ace of Wands. You have the 2 of Wands. Let me clarify these cards. You have the 9 of Cups. Okay, pile number 2, people. We'll see what's happening here. You have, damn, you have the 10 of Cups. Appreciation, the first thing. Gratitude and appreciation, that's what's coming through here. And you have the King of Wands. Now, straight away when I saw these cards, bottom of the deck you have Strength. Maybe dealing with a fire sign, don't have to be. I don't want to mention those. But this is kind of intense, so that's why I said it. For some of you, this could be Exactly what you came here to hear, or you needed to hear. Straight away when I pulled these cards over here, I looked at not the Ace of Wands itself, but the birds over here. And then I pulled the next card and we have this bird over here. It seems like you are freeing yourself from the old way of being when it comes to relationship. This is very personal. I won't mention everyone's stories. I'm paying attention to this guy. There is rope to his ankle. There's rope to his hand over here, to his wrist. And it seems like you're wishing upon freedom. And I think someone is going to be very impactful on that freedom of yours. I want to say with this Eight of Cups as well as the Nine of Cups at the bottom, it's saying that someone might be wishing upon you or making a wish about you in their head. So example, someone who likes to pray before going to sleep, on affirmation of some sorts, and they do it for themselves and they do it for their family members and they do it for you. You know, I wish this person gets everything they want. This is a very nice energy. For others of you, someone is thinking about you, thinking about maybe memories they had with you, thinking about the good times, and they want that wish to come true here with 9 and 10 of Cups. I think there is some kind of a get together or connection here, either that's going to be very important and present with this King of Wands. And again, you see there is the bird over there on top. Freedom. Someone is making you feel free, or maybe you're discussing freedom with someone. If you're in a relationship, what freedom is like for you? Do I feel like I'm experiencing things? With the Ace of Wands here, this is quite passionate week when it comes to romance, purely talking romance. So some of you might find new passion or new lover, even if you're single, or new passion with someone who you're with already. So maybe you'll want to explore overall great vibe when it comes to relationships. Loving, gratitude, I'm so happy I have you in my life, or I'm thinking about I'm so happy I have you in my life if you don't speak it. I think you might hear it from someone though, because this King of Wands is looking at you like, listen, I have something to say, and you have all these cards at the bottom. I had a great time, or I love you, and all of that beautiful jazz. Okay? But what I'm looking at here on top, someone really needs to free themselves from something. I don't know what it is, but someone is being tied to something that I don't think they're supposed to be tied to. Because it doesn't feel natural. Okay, it feels like this is it's not supposed to be. Those ropes that should be cut off already by now. Okay, so let's take a look at your work stability and all of that stuff. Work stability. And I'm using the Tarot of the Angels. If you ask me what was the other deck I used, I don't know, because it's Joey's. He knows all of that. We have 7 of Swords, 6 of Swords, the Hanged Man. I think your focus is more to do with relationship, not only with other people but with yourself as well the next week or two. Okay, shitloads of swords here. Knave of Swords, which is the Page of Swords, Page of Wands as well coming through, as well as the Devil. Okay, let's look at the bottom of the deck. We have the Ace of Wands over here. I want to say for pile number 2s and the 5 of Wands, pile number 2s, it seems like you are trying not to fool yourself anymore when it comes to work. You might have been a little bit stagnant. This is not a bad thing. People need to take some time off, or to just sit still and think about things before they make a move. But for some of you with this Devil at the bottom, with the Hanged Man, it seems like you've been there for a little bit too long, and now it's time to move with the 6 of Swords. So it's saying in the next week or two, it's all about improvements. Sending the documents filling the documents that have to be filled. Anything to do with communication should be could be focused on. You don't have to take my advice, obviously. 7 of Swords is clarified by the Page of Swords. It's saying, what are you trying to avoid? Okay, or who's trying to avoid doing something? or who's fooling themselves, you know, I want this, but am I taking steps accordingly in order to get there, right? Maybe some kind of a habit here or behavior that's not helping you move forward, or maybe you just have to, you know, be in that moment to realize what it is, or do those things that are not helping you to progress in order to understand that this is not helping me out, right? So it's not about getting rid of those bad habits or all of that stuff. It's about realizing that they're there and then making moves accordingly to it, okay? Communication is super important, as well as moving forward instead of dwelling on the past. I don't know why I want to say that for you, pile number 2. Let's not dwell on the past anymore. It's like you have to, I'm seeing you standing in front of yourself and saying to yourself, I'm going to be responsible now for you, meaning for myself. I'll take this responsibility and I'll do what needs to be done, okay? Yeah, you thinking about the future endeavors here. Maybe some of you have been stuck in a loop and you are like, oh, feels like this is not the right time, this is not the right job, this is not the right place. And it's okay. It's saying realize what that moment gave to you, you know, what are you taking from it? And that's when you can then move forward with passion and with drive. So maybe just gonna have that moment the next week or two where you're gonna have to, you know, just be still with yourself before you implement and you use this King as well as the Knight of Wands energy. Before moving fast, it's saying that something has to happen, okay? Realization has to kick in. And I'm not talking about ditching the devil energy. I'm saying always make that devil your friend instead of fighting it, because we all have dark and light sides. We can't just get rid of it, but we can train ourselves. So it seems like you're training yourself how to get better at stability, at work, at studies, whatever it is that you are doing here. Yeah, and those will be rewarded. This energy, this drive, and this consistency, I want to say, will be rewarded for you in the long term, okay? So I hope this made sense, pile number 2, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now. Hey, pile number 3 people, so this is going to be your overall main energy for the next week or two. First of all, I'm going to look at this card and tell you everything that I'm getting purely just looking at it. And then, I mean, there's going to be a word at the bottom, but then we're going to be looking at what author wanted to say, okay? Ooh, love this. The animal. Look at this eye, man. Okay, let me put it up here and let me just see. What I'm sensing here, I think for a lot of you, you might feel like you want to do the girly things. Now, whatever that means to you, because we're all very different when it comes to feminine and masculine energies, right? So for me, one thing can be girly, for the other person, this is completely, you know, like, this is normal. You know what I mean? So feminine energy is coming through here the most, and I know this card is called Animal. I'm looking purely at the images here. I'm seeing a lot of flowers. I'm seeing this sensitivity, this subtle grace to the animal itself, because when we think about the animal, it's usually this, you know, powerful force. We're thinking about all the traits that the animal has, the survival, you know, what they do in order to get food. This is very masculine, but here this is very nicely, you know, shown with a hint of the feminine. I want to say with this message, it's saying you will probably want to use both of those energies, and I'm seeing you juggling, and I'm seeing a toolbox. You know when to take out the feminine and when to use it where, and when to use the masculine, and you juggle in the both, but in a very graceful way. I'm seeing a talent of yours that's going to be important the next week or two. Now, some of you might say, oh, I don't know what my talent is. Your character itself. Okay, your uniqueness, because talent is unique to each of us. So your uniqueness, who you are, will drive you the next week or two, but it more so is coming through to me intuitively as someone else that you're communicating with who will want to either compliment you, or they will bring out more of your authenticity. So someone might just, by being around you, they just do it naturally. They don't have to word it even, you know. There's that connection I'm seeing to who you are deep down, and you're bringing it out, or someone is helping you to bring it out and show yourself for who you are. Okay, so let's see what the author has to say. Oh, nearly knocked down my laptop. Okay. Let's see. That one. It says, by the way, it says the beast, the wild one, the shield wolf. It reminds me of that Shakira song. We are mammals. The hair on our chest and between our legs reminds us so. We try hard to deny our unrefined animalistic nature, yet through this archetype, we tap into power and direction. Activating the animal within means reawakening our relationship to nature in the most broad and embodied sense, drinking from waterfalls, roaring at the moon, opening eyes underwater, eating berries from the vine. The life force of our planet begs us to set down the devices, the constraints, and the social constructs, and remember that warm blood that pulses through our beings. The animal longs for breath, food, procreation, and physicality. It wants soil under our nails and starlight on our skin. If this all sounds terribly unsophisticated to you, take note that it is said that when Buddha became enlightened, he roared like a great lion. When light, right at the bottom, if you want to print screen this, you can. When light, vital, elemental, alive dances. When dark, savagery, pent-up emotion lashing out. To go deeper, listen to the audio recording of Mary Oliver reading Wild Geese. Repeat every morning for 1 week. Here it says the animal demands we get comfortable in our own skin. The minute you accept, express, and celebrate the physical body, you tap into animal energy. I think for some of you this is referring to grounding, because there's a lot of people who are super interested in spirituality, but then they fly a little bit too far away and they lose this connection, you know, to their body, and it's a floaty state, you know, of mind. And appreciation of the body itself, what it's capable to do, is something that I think you're going to be focused on. Knowing that through your senses of the body, you're capable to do so many things. You're able to feel feelings. You're able to even sense the energy that's around you, right? It's a physical thing that allows you to do that. Soul chooses a body because body can feel emotions. We learn through emotions. We develop as souls, right? And we grow. So something that maybe is important for you here, notice your resistance to the animal within. Where does it come from? What has it kept you from doing, wild one? Now, let's take a look at your... Let's take a look at your work. Work stability, finances. I want to say as well, for some of you, you might be just drawn to eating more than usual the next week or two, because I'm sensing this urge being like, you know, hungry for things. It doesn't have to be only food, you're just hungry for things. What do we need to know about your work? We have 4 of Wands. Ooh, thank you. You have the 6 of Wands. This is great. We'll have that for you. Yeah, you're very focused. When it comes to work, you're very focused. There's some kind of accomplishment here that I'm seeing. Someone might reward you, or someone might give you something as a like, thank you, you've done a great job. Maybe a bonus, but it's more so like a really good pat on the back for a lot of you that I'm seeing. Even if you're working from home, you're gonna get rewarded for something. You might even get a comment or an email from someone that you go like, yes, I've done it. Okay, it might come through as a surprise with this tower here, because I don't see it as the chaotic tower is usually here next to Six of Wands and the Four of Wands. It's saying that something is coming through unexpectedly. Accomplishment is so great, or so someone's comment is so unexpected that you go like, wow, you know, this came out of the blue, like that lightning. Nothing can stop you, pile number 3, the next week. So whatever you put your focus on, it's saying you're gonna get it accomplished, whatever you need. We have 7 of Hazards, because you've been patient, and you know when to be patient. You know when to wait for that seed to grow. You know when to stop and be analytical, and when to act. 3 of Hazards. You're testing as well something out here, so maybe you're testing different approaches to work or making money. You're very future oriented here. Yeah, King of Hazards as well. You are trying new things out. That's what I want to say. You are trying new things out. The High Priestess, and I think your intuition will be speaking to you. And it's interesting because I chose this deck for you because it vibes with what I said, in description with the animal card, you know, that animalistic urge. And for me, this representation of this High Priestess is exactly that. She has a snake around her shoulders. She's very in tune. There is the moon behind her. She has bonfire going, right? So it seems like you're following your soul, following your animalistic instinct as well, are helping you to achieve something in your workplace. I'm hearing, I want it, I got it, that type of energy here, okay? For a couple of you, I want to say just don't lose focus. Not much left to go until we see the results, okay? Let's look at your relationships. Now, it can be platonic or romantic, so please filter out the messages. And for that, I want to use the Super Lunaris deck for you. Where is that baby of mine? Here we go. What do pile number 3 need to know about their relationships? Platonic, romantic, whatever needs to come through, please. You have the Knight of Cups. We have the Four of Swords. Specific, no, for all of you. Someone is sleeping peacefully because they know where the other one is, or what the other one is doing. Trust. Either you trust someone or someone's trusting you. Yeah. Okay, bear with me one sec. I just want the world, too many cards. You might be communicating or focused on communication with someone who lives further away from you, or maybe even in other country, because I'm hearing the oceans. You know, crossing the oceans, but you don't have to be. This could be also someone who kind of likes to travel, someone that you've known for a long time, someone who has very grounded energy, someone who have a lot of nostalgia, okay? It can be a father image, or it just can be someone who has this vibe. Whenever you're around them, you feel secure, loved, and safe. And this is your home. Whoever this person is, they're home to you, okay? They make you feel relaxed. They make you feel safe. You know that you're very connected with this person. And since I'm seeing a snake in between these two hands, this connection is very healing to you. So let's see what is happening with that. There's some kind of a new opportunity or new approach. could be an offer for some of you, what this person suggests, and what happens after that suggestion. Yeah, I see the Three of Pentacles flew here. Maybe someone is asking you to be their partner, or you're strengthening partnership with this person. The relationship, there is that bonding time here that I'm seeing. Again, Eight of Wands is here. This could be someone who does not live with you though. Or this could be someone that you haven't seen for some time. But I do think this is not for all of you. I think you're quite close with this person, but they just might live further away from you. What kind of message are you receiving here? What kind of message are you receiving here? They want to talk, or you will be talking with this person about a female in either yours or the other one's life. And maybe this female has become distant. Now, I'm hearing literally a conversation. You know what? I'm distant from this female now, or we became distant. And there's some type of discussion or conversation happening about that. And maybe someone had to leave someone's life, or someone had to become distant because there had to be a new, there had to be space for the new energy to come in, however you want to read this. This could be literally like someone who says, hey, you know what? I feel very close with you, and now look how everything happened, because this person, even if it's a friendship, this person who I used to spend a lot of time with, now, you know, we moved apart, or we split up if this is a romantic relationship, and now there is an opportunity for the new, maybe for us, or for us to come closer together. Okay, whatever this is, it's making you feel very peaceful and very grounded, which I really love, especially with this Four of Swords as well. Look at this girl, she's just chilling. And the Six of Cups that we had over here, it's a very innocent, very beautiful, very caring type of energy. Okay, so interesting. Yeah, definitely aha moments when it comes to this connection. Let me know how it goes if you want to, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.